there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Quarterback on the keeper. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Quick strike complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. He might want another play. Trying to get the corner. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Unloads quickly. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good.
Breaks into the open. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Really need to pick up off this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Calls his own number. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Back to pass, it's Russell. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their 1st sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Nestled just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Returns to the field. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Working the middle, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Fighting Illini with mere inches to gain on 3rd down. This is a design run. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside. Take advantage of it to make big plays.
The Fighting Illini with options here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. Turning it on. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Hubbard. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Applewhite. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted to stop the threat. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the...
Ran through the tackle and he's got room to run. Wide open spaces. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hubbard. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. They'll try the run. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle, it's Riddick. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Hubbard. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. At the 40, there he goes. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And how about that play call on 3rd and long? Probably everybody thinking pass in the building. They run the option, and the QB makes the good read. Look, nobody's got me. Nobody takes me. I'll take it. I'll get the first down. Nice play call on 3rd and long.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. A design run for the quarterback. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, still going. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Russell. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
High quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, TCU.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw it. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's at the 50. Past the 30. The 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown Illini. What about the speed of that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job of flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Southern Miss came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Hattiesburg had to sweat things out for much of the day. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Russell. The screen, and watch out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Here's a hit. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Slithers into space. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Going downfield for the big play. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
Using his feet to buy time. He's going to fire to the left. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Get underway as soon as Illinois kicks it off. quarterback going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
A run for the quarterback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Completes it in the middle. At the 45 on his way. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Pocket breaking down. He's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
The Horned Frogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He'll pitch it. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, TCU! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
A little screen to the running back. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. The screen, he can go. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Using that quick hitter, put it right on him to be able to convert that fourth down.
Yeah, and I think fourth and short, you go to plays you know you can run in your sleep, you know you're good at executing them, and you know you got a receiver that can win right now. And he wins inside, easily gets...
There he goes! What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They'll ride the hot hand. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, fighting a line nine. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Blue Skradkowski should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Ohio. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. Lewis to throw. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab down the middle. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the... in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Got it in the middle. It's Parrish. Oh, a lot of space. Running inside the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Lewis wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Throws to the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. The give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The play action fake. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and it's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Leaves it with the running back. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Azukama. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
In this moment of the game, late, you need your quarterback to be playing his best football. This is when you need him to be the most accurate and to make the best decisions, and he has not yet completed a throw here in the fourth quarter. That is bad news for this offense.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw. It's Applewhite. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Looking for more room. Touchdown to Illini. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 35 over Indiana. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. TCU precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Quarterback moving. Going to try to get it himself. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Lewis to throw. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They want to run this quarterback. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. They recovered their own fumble, but they'll still have to give up the football and turn over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Illinois offense returns to the field. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Makes the catch. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated in front of the point of attack.
Lewis wants to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Stop short of the marker. Hey, stop with his defense, and they get the ball back.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Lewis to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And how about the quarterback coming up big late in this ball game? You got to have him. Nothing open, takes off, scrambles, does it himself, and makes the heads-up play to get out of bounds.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield. It's Ezukama. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Still running at the 40. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 4th.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Lewis wants to pass. They'll run the screen. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking downfield on first down. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Timeout, TCU.
And they'll try to win it right here with the 2-point conversion, and this crowd is electric trying to stop them. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a huge scoring extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give to the back. Finds a little space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Grabbed over the middle, it's Riddick. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Yates. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This would be a long field goal to win the game, but it comes with even more risk. The return man could take it back. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. And he's going to have to run at this one like a kickoff. A long field goal attempt for the game. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Oh, he's got some space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Lewis to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They strike first here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much in the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his man. It's Hubbard.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Illinois hoping to pop the cork on this red zone trip. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Now adjusting. He wants it all. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. And the takeaway is the exclamation point. The game saver for the win. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on